Ian, my question is for your Goku days as in Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Greg, are we in Canada? Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, sorry, Dragon Ball Z.
That's all right. That's
I'm
all right.
Canadian. So
For those of you who don't know, I was the original voice of Goku.
I guess what was your longest session that you had to scream the the line?
Well, I don't know if there was a longest, but there was so much frickin' screaming in that series, and not the least of which was Kameya, you know the rest. And it got to the point. I'll just tell you this story. I won't get too much into union matters or really awful producers, but in that era, we were having some union shakeups in Canada, but specifically BC. So it was like the Wild West, and someone had pulled out a contract and went, this is, they didn't call it dubbing, they called it like ADR. ADR. Which is really, the contract was made for something like if you're doing the Highlander and you've recorded everything and they go, oh, you know what, we're missing a line there, and you bring the actor back in and he comes in and it's a small session fee, because you've already been paid to do a big show, right? So they really kind of butchered up this pay scale, and very long story short, the producer said, we would get kind of paid by the line, and I hated doing this, but you really had to hold this producer's feet to the fire. Like, I'd sit there with a notepad and be doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 lines, 1, 2, and then I would count them up at the end, and then I'd look at the contract and be like, half. Why is my number so much different? Oh, well, you don't get paid for vocalizations. And they were counting these screams as vocalizations. And I went, I'm not getting paid for that? That's the worst part. So then I started saying, well...
So he started screaming.
Then I was really screaming. And I said, yeah, you know what? If I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not going to do it. And you can let the Japanese guy do the screaming. And they didn't like that. So that's one of the main reasons I kind of stopped doing Goku. But it was... those are hard. Like, it's really, really hard. And I became known, I've heard all sorts of percentages. It's folklore. It's the 75% rule. And I hear this from fans at conventions. They go, hey, tell us about the 60% rule, or tell us about the 50% rule. And what it is I have a personal rule that I've told like younger actors. I said, 75%, that's all you give. Because you need, like if you're screaming and you're doing it at 100%, you're gonna die. And you won't be able to work the rest of the day or tomorrow. So keep it at 75, and you can boost it a little bit when you really need to. It's, all of this is just kind of fake, but it sounds like I'm lazy. Oh, Corlett only wants to work 75% effort, but it's not. It's all about just keeping your voice. So anyway, it was a long answer.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.